said, my name is Selena Brantley, and today I'm going to share some numbers with you, share some information with you. And the numbers, I just want to make sure that you understand our projections. We do have a plan, and that plan if you can, it can be achieved. However, there's a variable that we can't control, and that is you. And so that's why we have a disclaimer about income projections that are not guaranteed. It is dependent upon you following this 12-week freedom plan. Follow it, and you should be successful. I have a saying, why create mediocrity when you can copy genius? So copy genius, don't create mediocrity, and win with Karatbars International. The company, Karatbars International, is debt-free, fully funded corporate office is located in Stuttgart, Germany, and they specialize in an amazing product, something that everybody wants all over the world, and that is gold bullion. But not just any gold, 999.9% 24-karat pure currency grade gold, the highest and most highest quality, the most valued gold throughout the world. It's the highest quality that you can get throughout the world as well. But also, what makes it unique is that it's in smaller, more affordable weights: 1 gram, 2.5 grams, and 5 gram weight. So that means just about anybody in the world, and I shouldn't even say just about anybody in the world, can acquire this gold. Also, you can take physical possession of your gold acquisition at any time. It is packaged under video surveillance, shipped via FedEx daily. So this is not paper gold. This is the real deal, folks. So Karatbars, truly an amazing company. And not only that, they provide an amazing product. And with that is a formula, if you follow it, can help you become financially free. It is a formula, and so therefore you leave any of the elements out, then that means it won't work the way you want it to. So you want to make sure that you follow this formula, and there's only 3 elements to it. The first part of that is very simple: just register for your absolutely free gold savings account, and then move forward and purchase a VIP gold or silver package. And the reason why you want to do that is because it opens you to 7 passive residual income streams. I'll go through 3 of those today. That's the first element. The second is to commit to moving a portion of your declining dollars into your gold savings account each and every week. And really, you want to at least acquire 1 gram of gold. Hopefully you'll want to acquire more, but you want to acquire at least 1 gram of gold every single week. And it's around $65 right now, but those dollars are declining, and the gold that you obtain is inflation proof. So you're not purchasing, you are protecting your family against inflation, against the declining dollar, and against poor interest rates banks offer on your money, on your currency. Okay, I'm still training myself on this one. I'll share that with you in a moment. The third element is you're going to find 2 others who will do exactly the same as I just said, and that is get that free account, upgrade to a VIP gold or silver package, and then commit to acquiring gold. Commit to, what are they doing? Protecting their family against inflation, the declining dollar, and the poor interest rates banks offer. Okay? So when that happens, then you could see some amazing results. Passive residual cash flow of anywhere from $4,500 to over $30,000 per week. And that's exciting because now you can acquire even more gold, even more of something that has intrinsic value. And that just simply means when the dollar declines, if ever the dollar collapses, the gold that you've acquired will shoot, like some say, $5,000 an ounce. Some say $20,000 an ounce, some say $50,000 an ounce. Whatever happens, if ever an economic collapse does happen, you would be sitting very well as to, well, I should say, depending on how much gold you have acquired. So the key is to continually acquire that gold week after week. Okay, so question you might have, okay, how does this happen? How do I actually earn anywhere from 4,500 to 30,000 on up by simply trading my declining dollars for real money gold? And what we have is a system in place. The system is an excellent company that has an amazing product with a plan of action. And that plan shows you the correct way to move your hard-earned cash. You work very hard for that. And so it shows you how to move that so you can acquire economic freedom in 12 weeks or even less. So the correct way to move it, I'm going to share that with you, but I want to also show you what you see day to day, or you may see day to day, by the movement of currency. Okay, it's not necessarily the correct way, but it is a movement. Okay, and so the first way that you probably can relate to is if you have a job, you have an employer that's going to pay you a paycheck, and you just don't sit around looking at that paycheck. First of all, the first movement of money, or I should say currency, is the employer moving to you, the employee. So those funds are moving away from the employer to you. And then what you're going to do with it, more than likely, is pay some bills. And maybe you'll want to go out and go shopping or go visit someone, and you have a hotel that's, hotel stay. Also, another way of moving currency is you could be investing in something. And of course, in the beginning stages, that's a movement of currency away from you, and the hope is that maybe some passive residual will come your way through that investment. But all in all, this is a great illustration of currency moving away from you and into the hands of someone else. It's a movement of currency, but it's not the way that we want that currency to be moved. When it is moved speedily, consistently, and continually in the correct way towards you, it creates a healthy economic environment for all. So when you see the currency moving in front of you, obviously you're going to take a great portion of that and turn it into something that is real, and that is you're going to trade that in for real money, gold. Okay, so I need to explain to you why I call currency, I don't call it money anymore, I call it currency, or try not to anyway. Why I call it currency, not real money, and I call it declining, and why I say that gold is inflation proof. And really, the most obvious reason why gold is inflation proof is because you can't inflate it, meaning you can't just produce it at will. You have to go and find gold. You got to look for it, got to dig, and it takes manpower to do that. It takes manpower to purify it and to distribute it. And so therefore, gold is just not inflatable. Whereas paper, the paper you have in your pocket, is not inflation proof because governments that use that for currency can do whatever they want with it. They can print at will, and nowadays, digitally, they can just create it out of thin air. So that's one of the major reasons why paper is not inflation proof and gold is. However, let me give you an illustration to prove my point even further. 1 ounce of gold back in 1936 was $34.87. And so I asked myself, what could $34.87 purchase back in 1936? Well, you could actually get a nice suit. I mean, top of the line suit, jacket with the nice slacks, shirt, silk necktie, silk socks, $25. Around $25 you're going to to have that nice suit. Throw in a pair of reptile leather shoes for only $6. That's $31 you've spent. You still have $3.87 left over. So that means you could go and fill your gas tank up. It was only 10 cents a gallon back then. Fill that gas tank up, take that special someone out to a wonderful concert, and that was only 80 cents for both of you to go. And then afterwards have a fine dining experience for just $1.50. And so you would still have 57 cents left over after all of that back in 1936. $34.87 went pretty far back then, and you could buy an ounce of gold for that. Let's fast forward to today, and that ounce of gold, that same ounce of gold, would still be able to purchase all of what you see on the screen: the suit, the shoes, fill your gas tank, go out, have a nice experience out on the town with that special someone. Can still do that and still have gold left over. However, what about the $34.87? Well, we already know that $34.87 can't get you an ounce of gold. You're going to need $1,300, close to $1,300 more to get that ounce of gold, depending on what gold is right now. But I want you to also understand that just because you see gold fluctuating in the markets has nothing to do with really the value of gold. Gold is still going to buy what it did 100 years ago, and if they had computers and the technology that we have today, it would still buy the same stuff 1,000 years ago as well. Okay, so gold never loses its value no matter what you see in that stock market. Us having to trade our dollars in or whatever in, we're going to have to trade more or less of those, but the gold remains. The gold is always going to maintain its value. It is truly a container of wealth. So what can you buy for $34.87? Definitely not that ounce of gold. You might be able to, these days, get a couple of tickets to the movies. Get yourself some popcorn, a couple of sodas, call it a night. You're not getting a suit with shoes and filling your gas tank. Just one of those things. Not even one of those things. A fine dining experience for two, you're not going to get for $34.87. So you can see that the gold is a container of wealth, and you can also see that your dollars are leaking. They're not a container of wealth. And so you might say, well, that's why we place them in an IRA. That's why we place them in a 401k. That's why we place that in certificates of deposit or in a bank, because we know our bank's going to take care of us, right? We know that they're going to give us enough interest to keep up with inflation. No, we don't. We know we know differently. The banks do not offer enough interest to keep up with inflation. And so therefore, if you are saving in paper, you are losing money. You can just stuff that in a mattress, underneath your mattress, and your dollars are going to be just as effective underneath there as they are in a banking institution, only you have a little bit more control over it because you don't have to worry about keeping it in an institution for a certain amount of time to avoid penalties. The reason why I have this ad, I saw this ad last year, and I got angry. I said, the nerve of these guys boasting that you can put more interest in your savings at 1.2% annual percentage yield. That's once a year. They're going to give you 1.2% on those funds. And if you decide you're going to take it out sooner than 24 months, then they're going to penalize. They're going to take more of your funds away from you. So, and that 1.2% right now is considered high. Most people are getting 0.89% right now. And you just cannot keep up with inflation. So when I talk about a container of wealth, or a container of your wealth, your dollars, your paper can't contain your wealth. So as you are saving and saving and saving in paper, a great portion of your wealth is leaking. You can't, and so, if you have an IRA or a 401k and it stays the same for a number of years, that means you've lost a heck of a lot of money. It hasn't stayed the same because those dollars can't purchase as much as it did when you first had those dollars. Okay, so that's very important. And another thing that you want to keep in mind about your currency, and this is something that um, has been hidden from a lot of us because we're so used to using paper, and we're so used to saying that paper is money. The whole world really has been duped into this. But what I'm trying to say is this: when paper first started out, when the currency first started out, it was like a claim check, and you would be able to go to a banking establishment, slap down your $20 or whatever you had, and say, okay, give me my real money, give me my gold. And that representative would give you your gold. They would give you $20 worth or whatever you slap down, they would give you that. And that was your claim check. It's kind of like when you go to the dry cleaners and you have a suit and you want that suit cleaned. And so you say, okay, I need this suit cleaned, and the person at the counter will give you a claim check so that you can get your suit back. 24 hours later, you hand over the claim check, and the representative behind the counter hands over something of value, your suit. Okay? Well, guess what? There's something missing with our currency today. Beginning stages, you could do that. However, by World War I, and this is usually what happens to currency, and that is something happens to where the nation, your government, whatever, needs to help, or maybe there's some type of disaster that we're helping out. We have to send money over somewhere, or currency over somewhere, and so we do, but we print more of that currency. And so it's not backed 100% by what is of intrinsic value, silver or gold. And so we'll just continue to print that currency so that we can, quote unquote, help folks. So we're now exporting our inflation over there. Okay. Then after a while, we printed so much currency, none of it's backed by anything. We tell folks you can't get any gold for it. And so now everything that we have, all that paper that we have, not backed by anything of value. And so therefore, now your currency really is worthless. It just has a perceived value. This is where we are right now, the perception of your dollar. As long as there's a perceived value, we're able to acquire our gold. So as long as we can do that, we can trade something that really is truly valueless for something that is valuable, and that is gold. So hopefully it makes sense now to why I call your dollars declining, even though the perception is still there, and why gold is inflation proof and will always maintain its value, and why it is truly a container of wealth. Next thing I want to talk about is exponential growth, because this is something that you can experience through Karatbars International. And I'm going to test your exponential growth IQ by asking you a question, okay? Or no, by asking you to choose from one of these. The first is, would you choose $5,000 a day for 31 days? Or would you choose a penny doubled every day for 31 days? Or would you prefer $1 million at the end of 31 days? Well, option 1 and 3 are easy to figure out, especially option number 3, because 1 million at the end of 31 days is 1 million. You do have to do a little bit of calculation for the 5,000 times 31. That's 155,000. But there's a little bit more of a penny doubled every day. And I saw someone say, I'm going to choose that penny doubled every day. And that person is more than likely right. Obviously, a penny doubled every day, I'm trying to say, is a great example of exponential growth, and here is why. It may be deceiving in the beginning because your earnings trickle in. You have a 1 penny, of course, and then you double that to 2 pennies. And then by day 7, you have 64 cents. However, 5,000 per day person is smiling, thinking that he chose the best one, because 5,000 times 7, $35,000. So he has $35,000 to your 64 cents. So let's continue. Day 15, you have $163.84, and still that 5,000 per day person is living large or thinking that they chose the right one. However, by day 20, you've made more than the $5,000 person that day. The 5,000 person says, well, I still have made $100,000. Okay, and so as you continue on, by day 25, you've made more than the 5,000 per day person can make for the month. So you've surpassed that 5,000 a day person. But what about the $1 million person waiting for that 31? I'm waiting for 31 days to end so that he can get the $1 million. Well, by day 28, you've made more than $1 million. By day 30, you're over $5 million, and day 31, close to $11 million. And this is an excellent example of exponential growth. Now, I'm not telling you this is what you're going to make in Karatbars, but this is a great example of how you start out. You could start out, but there's some folks that really start out much stronger than this. But I'm just saying it trickles in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you see that exponential growth. And it's just because it's not about what you do or even what your group of people do. It's about what the team does as a whole and how you earn, simply because you're part of a group of individuals that are part of a movement. We're making sure that we acquire something of intrinsic value on a weekly basis, but also, because of that compensation plan as well, you're able to trade in those declining dollars, acquire gold, and because of the activity underneath you, you are earning. So you're earning while you are saving in real money gold. Okay, so how can you get this exponential growth going? Well, the first step, obviously, is to join Karatbars International. Get with the person that invited you to this call and join Karatbars. Get that absolutely free gold inflation-proof savings account and move forward and activate. You don't want to wait. You want to activate your account with a VIP gold or silver package. I'll go into that in a moment, what's in those packages. Step 3 is to move forward and acquire gold. In order for you to do that, though, you're going to have to submit a couple of documents. Very easy to do. It's called KYC documents, and that means know your customer. And the first document is a picture ID, so a passport or driver's license will do. And then the next one is a bill with your name on it, potentially. Well, not potentially. A bill with your name on it. It has to be the same address that you used to set up your account. And then, or if you decide to join as a business, then you need your business registration papers to prove that you are a business. So you could do that. So that's step 3. You put those documents in, very simple to do, and then you now can move forward and start acquiring your gold every single week. Okay, step 4, very important as well, and that is to team up with 2 like-minded individuals who will do exactly the same as you. And that is what I just said. Get your free account, activate it, and acquire your gold. When you find those 2, and remember, this is not an element that you can skip. You have to find the 2 like-minded individuals. And folks, it should be very easy when you're talking about inflation-proofing your home, when you're talking about, making sure that you are protected against that declining dollar, and also making sure that the currency that you make is turned into something that will contain your wealth and not leak it out. Okay? So as people understand that, then it should be very easy for folks to want to move forward with Karatbars. So find those two like-minded individuals. When you do, you can watch your team grow without a doubt. And in 12 weeks or less, you can start getting that passive residual income. And as you do get more and more of that passive residual income, you're going to move and acquire more and more gold. And we say free gold because you're not taking funds from your savings account only. And I highly recommend that you do convert a great portion of that. Same with your IRA, 401, or whatever. You're already being penalized, folks, for putting your currency in those instruments anyway. It just makes sense to take a portion, if not all of it, and place it in real money, gold. Okay, so that's step 5. So what about those packages? Select a dual package. And so I said VIP, gold, silver. The VIP package is the best package to get, but we have the other versions so that if you need to upgrade at a later time, you can. But the VIP starts at close to $2,100. The gold around $800, silver around $350. And I didn't mention this last one, the bronze. This is if you really, need some help to get started. You don't have too much of resources, but you want to get started. So we have that bronze there just for those cases. These packages, you can look at them as businesses in a box, and the VIP comes with 3 grams of gold. And as I said before, your gold is truly unique. You cannot compare it to the gold that you would go and get at your local coin shop. Gold is soft, but feel one of those gold coins. They're very hard because there's a mixture of something else in those coins, something that's heavier than gold, really, that's in those coins. Whereas with the gold that you receive through Karatbars, it's truly the purest form of gold you can get on the market, 999.9%, 24 karat, pure currency grade gold. So it is soft, so we embed that in a beautiful card, about the size of a credit card. And the other things that make the quality and make the gold worth even more is the stamp on that card. You have the London Bullion Market Association stamp on that card for the refinery stamp. You also have a hologram on the entire back of your gold, the serial number. You have the assayer signature. All those make your gold even worth or of a higher value as well. Okay? So, and remember, your gold's in 1 gram, 2.5 gram, or 5 gram bars. So in the VIP package, you have 3 grams of gold. You also have 20 euro bonus cards. And that 100 means you get 100 euros off on certain products within the Karatbars line. You can also, if you ask the person that referred you for a euro card so that you can move forward with the VIP package and get about $135 off on your VIP package. So you definitely want to do that. But you get 20 of those so that you can provide an incentive for others to come into Karatbars with that VIP package. Remember, any of these packages will open you up to 7 income streams. All right. You also receive 10 of the 3% bonus cards. And those 3%, each one of those 3% bonus cards are good for an entire year. So this is 10 years worth of 3% off on your gold acquisition. Yes, each time you go into your account, if you have inserted that code on one of your cards, you take one of those cards, insert a code within your account, that code will last an entire year. So every single week you acquire your gold, you're going to be able to receive 3%. So that's 10 years worth in your VIP package. You can use some of those cards as incentive for those folks to come in. Since you can't use the Euro card on the gold, silver, and bronze, You can encourage a person to come in as a silver or gold by saying, I'm going to give you a 3% off on your gold acquisition. And this way, there's a lot of folks that say, I don't care about the affiliate plan, I just want to be a customer. But it just makes sense to be able to trade in your declining dollars for gold potential to receive income because there's activity underneath you. So why leave all of that on the table when you can actually earn while you're trading your declining dollars? And so to encourage folks, you can offer them that 3 off card, that 3% for the whole year. Encourage them to move forward. Also, you're going to receive beautiful brochures so that you can show off and explain Karatbars as well. And those brochures are top quality. They're absolutely beautiful. And I've learned a lot just by reading the information on those cards. And I'll share with you the 20% direct commission in a moment. With your gold package, instead of the 3 grams, you do get 2 grams of gold. Okay? And so still beautiful gold that you can show off. You get 7 of the Euro bonus cards and 5 of the 3% bonus cards. Once again, you get brochures and you have 15% direct commission. So you leave some money on the table with that gold package. With the silver, you still get some gold. You have 1 gram of gold in your silver package. One moment, folks. And you also receive 3 of the Euro bonus cards and 3 of the 3% bonus cards. Keep in mind, folks, if you get your gold or your silver package, you want to make sure that you keep 1 of your Euro cards for yourself and 1 of your 3% cards for yourself as well. So you can get 100 euros off on your VIP package when you upgrade, and so that you can get at least a year's worth of 3% off on your gold acquisition. Of course, you're going to have brochures in your silver package as well, but you leave half of your direct commissions on the table as a silver package owner. Last and least is the bronze package, because you do not receive any grams of gold with that package. In fact, we're going to encourage you to just get the digital package so that you can immediately get going with your business, so that you're able to upgrade as quickly as possible. You get 2 of those Euro cards, keep 1 for yourself because you want to get to that VIP as quickly as possible, and you get 2 of the 3% bonus cards, keep 1 for yourself as well, so that you can start acquiring your gold at 3% off. And you don't get any brochures because it's a digital package, but the great thing is you can upgrade to the next package or to the highest package, whichever one, and pay the difference. So you don't pay full price for the packages. As you upgrade, you pay the difference, which is nice. But with the bronze, you're going to leave a ton of money on the table at 5% direct commissions. So how do you make direct commissions? Very simple, and that is when you share the plan, not the opportunity, folks. Share this as a plan. It truly is a plan, and a financial insurance plan. It's a plan to where you can help people contain their wealth. A plan where they don't have to continually worry about their retirement being depleted, okay, or their bank accounts being depleted because of the low interest rates and because of the declining dollar. So this is truly a plan. You present it this way, and a lot of people, you're going to get a lot of people's attention, okay? And the news out there is your friend, because a lot of folks don't know how to fight against what's going on. Well, we have the solution, folks, and so this is very positive. So as you share this with folks, if you are a VIP package owner, and those folks that you share it with move forward with a VIP, gold, silver, even bronze package, you're going to receive 20% direct commissions of that sale price. If you're a gold package owner, you'll receive 15%, and that could be anyone who purchases the VIP, gold, silver, and bronze package. It doesn't matter what package you hold, you get direct commissions on any of the packages that are sold because of you. Silver, you get 10%, and bronze, you get direct commissions. Very easy to understand. You also have package bonuses. This is another income stream. Package bonuses. And how you get the package bonuses. Remember, we're asking that you bring in at least 2 individuals, and this is because you need a team of 2 to start getting some of these bonuses. So you need a left team and a right team. And your packages have units attached to them. The VIP has 100 units, the gold 50, the silver 20, and the bronze. I always forget this. Bronze has 5. But anyway, so with those package bonuses, okay, when you accumulate units, when you accumulate 50 units on one side and 25 on the other, then that means you get to cycle. And depending on the package you own, when you cycle, you're going to earn a certain amount of bonuses in dollars. And with the VIP, it'd be $102 that you would get each and every time you cycle. You could cycle every minute of the day, depending on the activity that is underneath you, every hour of the day or so forth, but several times throughout the week. Realistically, several times throughout the week you can cycle. And each time you do, as a VIP package owner, you get $102. As a gold, you get around $77. Silver, around $51. And as a bronze, $10. So you do leave a lot of money as a bronze on the table, or I should say currency on the but anyway, so package bonuses, as I said, very simple once you know how many units are to that package. What about team bonuses? Well, team bonuses include all of the fine products that you can get through Karatbars. Whenever someone underneath you makes a purchase or acquires gold, you earn units as well. And each gram is valued at. Also, any packages that are sold underneath, regardless of whether you brought those people in or not, as long as they're underneath you, then you earn those units as well. And remember, 25 on one side, 50 on the other will cause you to cycle. Okay? So just a cursory overview of how you can get paid through Karatbars. So I used to make the mistake, and Sherilyn corrected me, you don't get paid because you're saving. You get paid while you're saving in gold. Okay? Because it's the activity. It's not something magical. It's the activity. It's actual product being moved. And because of that, currency is being moved, and so you earn. And hopefully as you're earning, you are acquiring more and more of the gold. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. I'm going to just illustrate how you and your 2 can grow exponentially. I'm having a heck of a time with my little graphics here. And so as you can see on this chart, you at the top, but because I want to be conservative about these numbers, I'm going to go with a package that most people aren't even going to purchase, and that's the bronze. Most people won't even go for that bronze. They're going to go for at least the silver, and a great majority will go for the gold and VIP. But I'm just so that I can be conservative about the illustration, then the week 6, I just saw something down there, and someone was saying that, Selena, you get paid while you're saving. You're absolutely right. I hope I said that. You do get paid while you're saving in real money gold. Sometimes I look at those and I want to make sure that I said the right thing. But anyway, okay. So with you at the top, you've just purchased your bronze package. And in your first week, you brought in your 2 that have purchased their bronze package as well. And you can see in this chart that you've made $12. So remember, as a bronze, you're getting 5% commissions. Okay? And you're getting commissions off of a package that's really 99 euros or $135. Okay. So Um, so so your commissions, $12, they trickle in just like that chart that I showed you, the exponential chart. So this is really showing exponential growth right here. All right, and so in week 2, you might be wondering why, and in week 3, why you have zeros, and that's simply because your packages are only bronze. You're only receiving 5 units. So remember, you need 25 units on one side, 50 on the other to start to cycle. And so as more and more people come into your organization, then you'll be able to start cycling and receiving those cycle bonuses. And that's what you see here. I want you to keep in mind, though, you can receive spillover, and that's just simply, it means that when people above you are bringing in more than their two, for instance, I've brought in well over 300 individuals. Okay, so definitely I've created spillover. A lot of the other leaders have done way more than I have, and they've created spillover. And you as a leader can do the same as well. And basically what I'm doing is just sounding the alarm, letting people know why they should be acquiring their gold each and every week. And so I'm not stopping at 2. And so you could receive spillover because there's a lot of folks that aren't stopping at just. You can also receive because folks are being placed underneath you for whatever reason. They're placed underneath you. The person that places them underneath you still gets that direct commission, but you get the unit, and so do they. And so do all the other people above. They get the units. And so this is a great compensation plan because it's truly generous. And so when that happens, so remember, it's not just your 2 who get 2, who get 2, who get 2, who get 2 all the way down. You can get some help from above easily. So when that happens, when this starts to fill, by week 12, in a perfect world, of course, you're well over $4,000, close to $4,500, and you've made close to $9,000 during that time span. So not bad income at all. So this is a conservative illustration because I haven't mentioned the 4 other income streams. This is only folks going with the bronze, and also they're only acquiring 1 gram of gold a week, whereas when you get into the higher numbers, it's our hope that you're acquiring way more than 1 gram of gold a week because you would be able to. All right, so it's up to you to give yourself a promotion, to give yourself a pay raise through this plan as well. You see that I have a janitor here next to the bronze plan, and these numbers strictly you and everybody else as a bronze underneath you. You could actually upgrade in your 8th week in this illustration with the $286 to silver and give yourself a pay raise. Instead of making in the 9th week $546, you could be making over $2,000. It's a huge pay raise. You've given yourself a promotion. You're now an account executive. Those folks that start as silver can actually give themselves a pay raise in their 8th week. Their 7th week, they have that $550 to upgrade to gold. When they do that, instead of making the $1,100, they make the $1,650. But great thing about it is they can upgrade once again. So they haven't been an executive, a right-hand person to the CEO for long. They can actually upgrade again, become a VIP, and make all of the direct commission, all of the bonuses, leave nothing on the table, earn well over $30,000 weekly income. I want to let you know that this represents only you upgrading from bronze to silver to gold to VIP. Everybody else has stayed a bronze. The chances of that are very low. So these numbers, very conservative again, and once again, I don't include the 4 other income streams. You can learn more about that at a later presentation. So this is a great example of what you can experience through Karatbars International. I'm going to close with the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but, and everyone knows what the rest of that is. It's, but you can't get him to drink. And I don't like the word can't, never have, ever since I was growing up, never liked, my parents conditioned me in that way. And whenever I was told I couldn't, I proved a person wrong or people wrong. Didn't matter who you were. If you told me I couldn't do something, I would prove you wrong every single time. And that's the mindset that you have to be in. You have to, um, your ears have to perk up when someone tells you you can't do something. They perk up because now it's time to find a solution. Whenever I taught my math, I homeschooled him. Whenever I taught him math, I never called the 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 work problems, as they would call them, problems. I would call them challenges. And these are challenges that you can solve. I don't like problems, but I do like challenges, and I can overcome them. And so can you. So you can lead a horse to water, and yes, you can put salt in the oats. I guarantee you that horse will get thirsty and will start lapping up that water like you would not believe. Reason why I say that is because there's a lot of things that you can do to be a solution. Okay, you see the negative things, the challenges out there on television, on radio, in newspaper. You hear it all the time. It's a great opportunity to share Karatbars International because we're talking about real money, and people are tired. They really are tired of feeling as though there's nothing they can do. You have a solution. You truly do in Karatbars International. Without a doubt, I believe that we're entering into a time, and this might sound negative, but it isn't. But I believe it's a period of financial crisis, and it's the greatest. It's really the greatest the world has ever known. There's going to be a wealth transfer, folks, that's going to take place during, I believe, this decade. And it's the greatest wealth transfer in history. And why is that? It's because all countries are on the dollar standard. Okay, there are a few countries now that have taken themselves off that dollar, but our dollar isn't backed by anything, so we've exported our inflation to all of the world, and that started back in 1971. But folks, I want to give you a glimmer of light. Wealth is never, ever, ever destroyed. It's merely transferred. And that means on the opposite side of every single crisis, of every single challenge, there's an opportunity. Okay? And the great news is that you can put yourself on the correct side of the wealth transfer. Turn any crisis into your greatest opportunity. Karatbars is the solution. There's no other offering that can boast this, no other opportunity that can compare. All other opportunities can only offer you paper. Karatbars International offers you the real deal. Karatbars International offers you real money, gold. Okay, so how should you move forward? The first thing is you wake up. Wake up. I told you that the whole world has been turned away from real money and has been fooled into using currency. And currency is deceitful. It's a deceitful imposter. It's stealing two of the most valuable assets you have, your time, and as the song at the beginning of this call said, your freedom. Those are the two most highly valued assets, time and freedom. It's time to wake up now that you know, now that you're awake. Now that you're awake, register. Register for your free gold inflation-proof savings account. Don't wait. Activate that account. Start acquiring your gold. Sound the alarm. Don't stop just at 2, but start with 2. Get those 2 dedicated folks to do exactly the same as you, and start watching your team grow. Start watching your passive residual income grow. Use a great portion of passive residual income and protect your family against inflation, the declining dollar, and the poor interest rates banks offer on your currency. You can use the tools to build your team of 2, to build and more. You have that 3-minute sizzle call. Get folks on that call, have them listen, and then move forward with one of the conference calls that we have each morning and each evening. Depending on where you're located, keep in mind we have the Pacific, Mountain, Central, and Eastern time here. If you're in another country, then you'll have to figure those out. But these are the tools that we have at this point, and they're very effective. We're here to help you folks. We're here to help you sound the alarm as well. So what I'm going to do at this point is turn it over to Cheryl Ann Gober. And before I do, I just want to thank all of you for once again being part of Karatbars International. And I want to wish those folks that are not yet a part of Karatbars International, I want to congratulate you for making the decision to come in, because there's no way you can't. You got to come into Karatbars, join our family, and start protecting your family. God bless you.
Wow, Selena. Man, we're cut out of the same cloth. I grew up hearing can't, never got nothing done. And it was a word that was not allowed in my household. And where I was raised, they'd take you out to the woodshed. And you definitely didn't want that. But I know what I need to do now. Every Monday morning I'm gonna call you, Selena, and say you can't 10 new VIPs this week. I dare you, I double dog dare you, because I don't believe you can. No, I would never
I won't
do that.
believe you, Cheryl.
Well, I know better because I know you, and I know you'll get it done. It's simply sharing, and great presentation, Selena. I mean, you're just always spot on. You're so, factual, and your presentations are so, and so much knowledge in them, so much knowledge, and you improve because, like myself, when Karatbars was first introduced, I'm the type of person I want to know the good, the bad, the ugly of everything. And I am a detail person. And most successful salespeople are not detail people. uh, Bunches of them. They hate paperwork. They hate details. They just like get the sale and get paid. But I'm one of those, and and I think it was always in my training that one of the most important aspects of sales was understanding objectives, because you're going to hit. Objectives are a fact of life. But. I mean, but that word "but's" just as bad as "can't." And I think I learned early to look at the objections and the what ifs and all of that stuff, because we really do live in a world to where a lot of people have been beat up so bad that they don't even believe in themselves. They've lost hope. There's no inspiration. There's nothing. They have just basically succumbed to the way it is, and I can't do anything about it. I'm just one person. But yes, you can. Boomer, I love this statement. The most important economy in the world today is the one in your own. While we may not be able to do a thing about what the politicians are doing behind the scenes or world governments are doing, it don't matter. It don't matter. Today is your day to change your destination into your future. As long as you're empowered through education, knowledge, and you know the truth, you can change the course of your life. And not only that, your children's, your grandchildren's, this is generational wealth. Other countries have been doing it for centuries. Look at China, look at Russia, look at Germany. Germany had to learn the hard way. Zimbabwe's learning a hard lesson right now. Greece, Iceland. We can keep naming countries, for the next hour that have seen their work just basically be taken from. And people that are in 2008, how many people do you know that had money in a lot of those 401ks and IRAs that were wiped? They were doing the right thing. It's what they were. I'm setting aside my money, I'm saving, and I'm preparing for my future, and I'm not looking for a handout. I'm going to do it the right way. And they followed the advice of, and put their faith in a piece of paper, put it in a piece of paper that was not backed by anything. And a lot of them got bit in '07 and '08. I watched it happen. I felt it happen. It happened to me personally. But so many people were harmed during that event. And when you see people, and this is my passion for character, when you see somebody firsthand go through a situation life transform. And in Karatbars, you're going to see both ends. You're going to see people beat finance. I mean, absolutely beat to a pulp. You know, and their savings accounts, their maybe the job that they had, or sickness, health. It could be any. Those tsunamis come in our life. There are times in your life to where it's just everything you try to do right, something's going to come and pop you and try to knock. Key, Selena, just like you said, be solution conscious, not problem conscious, but solution conscious. There's no such thing as a problem. A problem is a situation that's just waiting for a solution. And Karatbars is that solution. It really is. We talk about life transforming, and we sit with people that were once felt very safe in their decisions, and we see their world rocked. It all crumbled below their. That's hard for me to, especially when there's kids. It's hard for me to watch that. That's why I came into care. What makes me stay with care is the lives that are being transformed. They cross over into the land of freedom. And I do see it. It's two different worlds. The land of our exodus. It's your, you can live in that land, or you can join this exodus and walk over into the land of freedom. And truly, for the first time in your life, have the confidence to know that you have a product that's real money, been real money, 6,000 years. That's a pretty good track record. It's a pretty good track record for people building wealth. And, when you hear stories like we did in Nashville at the Freedom event and the Freedom Celebration, and you see lives transform, you see the light bulbs come on, you start seeing people get excited. For the first time in years, they feel hope. That they see how easy and simple this is, and everything around them makes sense, and their lives are being transformed, and their families are being transformed, and truth and education now is being shared with their families and their friends, and that's what we do at camp. We simply, Selena, you summed it up. We sound the alarm. We sound the alarm. There's going to be people that want to keep their head in the. I got friends like that says, Cheryl, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. Just let me put my head back in the sand. I don't want to know all this. And that's okay. But one day there's going to come a time where they're going to have to pull their head out of the sand or get run over in the process. We don't know when that time is. But the only thing you is reach out and lift up those around you. Everybody talks to different people in different ways. Some of you are online marketers. You're so talented in your gifts there. You amaze me. I'll look at a lot of those systems and I'm like, ooh, that, for a blonde, guys, that just, for this blonde anyway, that is just way too much. But let me go get in my car and run down to the mall because I can find 20 people to talk to. And talking to people is not my problem, but to do some of the things you do, you impress me, you inspire me. Your gifts and the gifts that those in this team there's no word for it. Really, there's no word for it. You are the best. You sound in that. And you're waking one person up at a time, 1 gram at a time. And we appreciate you and everything that you do because it won't be long till, like Joe and Boomer says, you're going to go back to that person that introduced you to Karatbars and you're going to give them a. And what a great thing. What a great feeling because it only gets better day in, day out. The more gold that you're acquiring, the more freedom you're obtaining. So I'm going to hush on that. I can go all day long, but you just touched on a few things there that are so true. And we're here to inspire. We're here. We have the solution. We're not going to live in that negative world over there talking about all the bad stuff going on in the world. Who wants to live? You know, come join the party over here at Karatbars because we truly have found the answer. So with that being said, I don't know if Pastor Di wants to come in and say hi. Or, I know Boomer's on the line. I don't know if he's got his mic on or if he's on the phone. I
Sherilyn,
think you had to take a phone
Pastor
call.
Di is not able to attend today, but so Pastor Di is not able to attend.
Okay. Well, I am going to officially close the meeting today and stop this recording, and then I'm going to play you a video that shows you what freedom is all